Hey everyone, this is Matt from Endsickness.org. Today I'm going to talk to you about how synthetic-free living is the best way to live. It puts your health the least at risk, and it values natural living and natural products and natural everything, and it really can change your life. So I'll talk about today how you do it, and I'll answer common questions. So first let me say I'm not a medical doctor. This is not medical advice. This is based on my personal experience. This is for informational and educational purposes only. So I never really cared about if something was synthetic or not for most of my life, right? And synthetic, what does that even mean? Who cares? You know, I had synthetic things around me everywhere, right? But the reality was that these things, if they're inhaled, if they're consumed, if they're is absorbed through the skin, these things are toxic to human beings, to your hormones, to your neurological system, to your, it robs you of glutathione, etc. And I didn't realize how many things were affecting my body that were synthetic in my life until I had my daughter who got really, really sick and had multiple chemical sensitivity due to mold exposure. And she was sensitive to every single thing that was made of synthetic anything. It was polyester, if it was, a fragrance in the air, if it was, some other type of synthetic fiber, if it was, it was anything that was not natural, that was synthetic in nature, cleaning products, detergent, soaps, shampoos, types of shirts, I mean, the list goes on, Glade plugins, all the things that were synthetic. And what I realized is that all these things are actually toxic to human beings, right? And we just live dependent upon them because they cost less, and we've been advertised and sold by these big companies that these synthetic products are the best way to accomplish these things. So you need synthetic cleaners to clean things really well. You need the synthetic detergent to clean it really well. You need the fragrances to make things smell well. You're sold this marketing pitch that synthetic stuff is actually worth it. And you keep feeding the beast. You keep feeding these big corporations that are just making everybody sick with this crap products, just selling all these chemicals that are unregulated, that they're just selling out there. And to me, it's just nasty, and I want no part of it. So what I chose to do is have a synthetic-free life, the best that I can at least, right? And I did this because I saw my daughter suffering over and over again from even like polyester blankets. It was crazy, polyester clothing would flare her up. All these things would flare her up. Now, when she got out of the mold situation, we didn't have these issues with these synthetic things, but nonetheless, I still realized that they could be perceived by the immune system as threats, and they are something that when you research into them, they are harmful to your body. You don't want to have polyester in your body. They even showed when you grab receipts that are made with, the ink and the chemicals, the BPA on the receipt soaks into your blood right there. The reality is all these synthetics are soaking into us. They're affecting us. They're causing cancer. They're causing all these other conditions that we don't believe in. So how do you go ahead and live a synthetic-free life? So first of all, you go ahead and you stop eating food that's not organic the best you can, all right? Next thing that we do is we start examining what we're drinking. Make sure we're not consuming any products that have any natural flavorings, quote unquote, because most of those aren't even natural, and they're just artificial flavorings that are part natural and part artificial, so they pass the test there in terms of labeling, And then the next thing is we want to go ahead and look at our cleaning products in our home. Are we cleaning with things that are synthetic? Are we using fragrances in our home in any way? Are we using cologne? Are we using deodorant that has fragrances? Are we using body wash that has fragrances? What else are we doing that has any type of fragrance or any type of scent to it? That's really critical. And then looking at, the stuff we wash our clothes in, then our sheets, we use cotton sheets, cotton clothes mostly, not have real tight fitting clothes, because when you have moisture in the tight fitting polyester against the moisture of the spandex, it'll start actually soaking into your blood. These things people don't realize. Synthetic products are all harmful, like scented candles. Any of these things that smell at all, or if you're wearing things or you're putting them on your body or you're washing yourself with it, these things all affect the way you feel, believe it or not. Even toothpaste, even hair gel, things like that. The reality is you do the best you can. I mean, the only thing that I use that's synthetic nowadays is hair gel, quite frankly. And, if I didn't, I'd look ridiculous in this video, and I do the best I can, right? Otherwise, in my life, everything I'm doing is natural, everything all the way through, A to Z. And it feels good. It feels good to support the environment and support companies that are providing products that are plant-based, not derived from some chemicals that are harmful and cancer-causing, etc. And it's actually a lifestyle choice that I continue to want to live after what I went through. I know that these products are harming us. I know the things we're spraying in the air, the things that we're consuming that are synthetic, they're not supposed to be in the body. We're not going to be doing, not supposed to have synthetic supplements. Synthetic supplements is another one that's huge that I forgot to mention. Everybody's doing these synthetic supplements, the vitamin B complexes, the vitamin D, all these things, but they're synthetic by nature. You got to get these from plants, directly from plants. They'll agree with your body better. They'll modify the genetic activity. They'll calm down the mast cells. They'll do a much better job of what you're trying to accomplish. And your body will actually accumulate them and store them. And you'll feel just like, head and shoulders better from them in the long run. So synthetic vitamins is another one. Synthetic medication, that's another one. These, other things that are made synthetically in labs, and I won't use the words, the things that people are putting in their arms, etc. These other things, they're all synthetic. We want to get away from that. We want to go back to Mother Nature and the plants that are meant to heal you. And this is just not the correct path to healing. You go back to the plants, you go back to the plant extracts, all of what was necessarily the beginning of what we used in the beginning before we start trying to, whore all this out and make money off it and just, make money off people's sickness instead of resolve their issues. So hopefully this is helpful in understanding how you could create a synthetic-free life and the meaning of it and the point of it. And, it's supplements, it's lifestyle, it's products in our home, it's what we're wearing, it's all that, right? But it's worthwhile, everybody. And it's really all about being natural and being connected with your higher power and God, and realizing that natural is better and Mother Nature is the true healer of all, not, the largest pharmaceutical labs in the US. They're not the healers, okay? They're not the healers. Mother Nature always has been. That's why they've been ripping their recipes from Mother Nature and going ahead and using the same molecular DNA structures to try to mimic it in labs, because they always knew that the best answers are already made by Mother Nature and in nature itself. So thanks for watching, everybody. Join my page and go to my website, endsickness.org. I have hundreds of videos, hundreds of articles there, and hope to see you in another video soon.